All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope y'all ready for what happens if they're able to steal this election. And I'm just going to touch on it ahead of time because they're lining it up. Pentagon issues federal directive allowing military to use lethal force against Americans as video resurfaces of Kamala shown fantasizing about weaponizing the DOJ against the United States citizens. I want to be clear with you, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't understand this one pivotal thing, if November 6th happens, the morning after November 5th, and Kamala Harris has won the election, the crackdown on social media will start immediately. The illegals will flood across the border, open and illegally immediately, and it's going down. All these YouTube channels that's telling the truth, they're going away. Like, watch, you're going to see people go away overnight. Like, they were there one day, the next day they're gone. If you recall the great purging that they did when Trump, after 2020, after Trump lost to, or it was stolen from him by Joe Biden, they purged channels. Like Dr. Common Sense had like 1 million people, purged them, gone. It was hundreds of channels that got purged. This time it's going to be worse. This time it's going to be you're arrested, you're a Russian agent, and we're going to send you to the gulag. And if you don't believe me, man, I know it sounds crazy, but at the end of the day, if you look at what they've already done, just look at their record, a track record of what they've done and what they are doing, and you will see it. You will see their intentions. This article originally appeared on Leo Holman's Substack. A video clip resurfaced May of 2019 in which Kamala Harris fantasized about weaponizing the DOJ against free speech, against speech the government does not like and platforms allowing it. In the meantime, one month before the 10th presidential election, the U.S. Department of Defense has authorized U.S. military defense intelligence components. This is important, the defense intelligence, which we know who that is. Those are special groups to use lethal force against American citizens if requested by state or local law enforcement in an emergency situation. More on this in a minute, but let's get to May 2019, showing Kamala unleashing blah, blah, blah. We'll watch it, but I really want to see what else they got to say. This is her going crazy, and this is who you're voting for.
And we'll put the Department of Justice of the United States back in the business of justice. We will double the Civil Rights Division and direct law enforcement to counter this extremism. We will hold social media platforms accountable for the hate infiltrating their platforms because they have a responsibility to help fight against this threat to our democracy. And I'm
going to stop right here because I need you to understand what she's saying is that they will decide what speech and what speech is not proper and improper. That's what she's saying. But she's doing it under the guises of the NAACP. Like the words that people are using are hurting black people, and they always do that. They use black people as a shield. They want to pick up their black shield, just like she came across. It's now known that she ain't black, but they love to use their black shield to do some of the most authoritarian things to people there is, and hide behind blackness and hide behind black people, so everybody can turn and look at black people like y'all some stupid, low down, dumb SOBs. And we take the heat for it. Now, trick, use a demon. Use a deep-throated demon. The article says what she says is chilling. She's saying that she or some entity in her administration will decide what is appropriate for speech and what is not. That's exactly what I said. These are the muzzlings of a dangerous authoritarian. That's what I just said. This is the real Kamala Harris. You won't find her talking smack like this on a campaign trail where all we get is the warm and fuzzy Kamala who wants to help the middle class. We don't even get a warm and fuzzy Kamala. We get a person who can't even hold a conversation. In France, the government arrested the owner of Telegram, a popular social media platform, because he refused to cooperate with government authorities seeking backdoor censorship avenues into his system. Listen, they win. Elon Musk going to jail. I mean, point blank, period. He done. It's a wrap. Watch this. Directive states on page 13. Defense intelligence components may provide personnel to assist a federal department or agency, including federal law enforcement agencies or state or local law enforcement agencies, when lives are in danger in response to a request for such assistance in accordance in accordance with the following approval authorities. Section 16 goes on to discuss various activities, including lethal force. Section C, under Secretary of Defense approval, states assistance in responding with assets with potential for lethality or any situation in which it is reasonably foreseeable that providing the request assistance may involve the use of force that is likely to result in lethal force, including death or serious bodily injury. It also includes all support to civilians, law enforcement officials in situations where a confrontation between civilian law enforcement and civilian individuals or groups is reasonably anticipated. Such use of force must be according to DODD 5210.56, potentially as further restrictions based on the specifics of requested support. All right. Basically, they're saying they approve them to whack people. Now, watch this. We got this going on while simultaneously over there where we had the hurricane destroy everybody, they have labeled the people who are coming in to help them as not terrorists. They're labeling them as not insurrectionists. You guys know the name that they're labeling them as. They're labeling them as basically enemy combatants. And so here's the approval coming out to go in and use deadly force against the volunteers that are trying to help people up in the mountains. And you remember there was this contention between FEMA and the people in the mountains because there's like, look, just stay your ass out of here because you're not doing us no good. So now they then gave them authorization to shoot and kill those people. Imagine a scenario where there's a major emergency, power outage, specifically lights go out after the election. And this could be no matter who wins. Lights go out the election and they decide they're going to go out and whack everybody. They go after Alex Jones, they go after Ryder Stone, they go after anybody that they perceive to be a threat in the local region. And they just send federal assets out to whack them. Somebody said, well, DW, that seems extreme. That don't seem extreme to me based on what we've seen these people do thus far. Don't seem extreme at all. So I'm just telling you guys, it's a very despicable thing that they're doing. And the most insane part about it is the average citizen in the United States has no clue. They won't pay any attention to it until it happens to them. And liberals will be like, yay, they killed them. They put them in the gulag. Yay, yay, I get to kill all the babies. Woo, murder babies, yay.